In this video, we're going to talk about how to reinvent yourself in 2024, and we are starting now. So if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Linda Mary. I do content around lifestyle vlogs and also self-development topics like this one. So let's get right into it. The first thing I need you to understand before you even think about how you can do it is the fact that you can always change yourself. You can always reinvent yourself. You can always be whoever you want to be. You can decide that you don't want to be the person you've been all through and you want to be a different person. You have the right. You can always change yourself. So after knowing that, you need to have a clear image of the person you want to be. That clear image, not that I want to be a successful woman, I want to be a successful man. What does that look like? What time does that person wake up? How is their day? Can you take me through their day? How do they think? How do they dress? How do they have conversations? How do they interact with people? Have a clear picture of who you want to be. After knowing that, then the steps you're going to talk about next will help you to become that person. Let me give an example with myself. This year, there have been people who have been trying me in my life, online and offline. And sometimes I just feel like I want to get into like a verbal argument with someone. Then I remind myself, the woman that I, Linda, want to be, the woman of my dreams, she doesn't engage in verbal exchanges with people online. She doesn't do that. So I'm just like, you know what? Since I know who that woman is, I become that woman. So it's not like a future thing, it's a present thing. I'm like, how does the woman of my dreams behave? How does the woman that I want to be behave? Then I embody that woman. For example, there are times I wake up and I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything, like, I don't know, skincare, I don't want to do much. But I remind myself, because I have a clear picture of that woman, the woman that I want to be. I become that woman today. And I tell myself, the woman that I want to be, she's always put together. She's always put together. She takes care of her appearance. And that is motivation for me to do that. So have a clear picture. If you don't right now, just pause this video and sit down, or create time and sit down and come up with that clear picture. If I ask you, who do you want to become? You need to tell me from the habits to the thoughts, clear vision. The third step is to create a vision board. Woo! Guys, I created my vision board here with you guys in 2021 and in 2022. I think so. And this year also. And during this Vlogmas, I'm going to review my vision board. I'm going to go through it to see what I achieved and what I didn't. And I created it with you guys. Then I added 2 personal things afterwards. So that vision board has helped to give me direction. Vision board gives you direction. It's not that you're going to achieve every single thing on it, no, but you're most likely to achieve a lot of them compared to if you don't have a vision board. For example, one of the things that I had on my vision board was I wanted to start gym. I created there and I wrote starting gym. Starting was the thing, not even I want to be like a big gym guy, person. And you know what? I did. And there are so many things that I achieved in that vision, but the others I didn't also achieve. But a vision board will help to give you purpose. When creating a vision board, create things that are specific to you. That's why I said you need to have an idea of who you want to be first. If the person that you want to be takes care of their health, they eat well, then you're going to include it in your vision board. You're going to eat well. How are you going to eat well? Maybe you're going to include more vegetables. Maybe you're going to include more, cereals, eat balanced meat, cook more at home more. Because you have the bigger vision of who you want to be, now you can just break it down in your vision board. And the reason I encourage you to do a vision board now is that most of the time when you do it at the beginning of the year, we're going to do things that every other person wants to do. Or you want to join the gym. I also want to join the gym. But do you really want to join the gym? Maybe you want to be taking walks. Maybe you want to be working out at home. Maybe you want to be going jogging. Okay? But because everyone else is starting the gym and it's a new year, there's always this rush, look, oh my goodness, okay, we want to do this. Sit down on your own and decide what you want to do. and then create that vision board in line with the person that you want to be. If the person that you want to be pursues their dream, then you are going to write down, you're going to apply for jobs. Maybe you write down you're going to apply for 10 jobs a week until you get a job. That means 2 jobs per day. When you're writing down your vision board, be specific. Don't just put general things like, you know what, I want to jog. How often? I want to jog 3 times a week. Okay? Very, very specific. Still on vision board, the beauty about it is that sometimes you may not even achieve all of these things through your effort. But the fact that you're putting it out there to God, to the universe, to whoever higher being you believe in, you're putting it out there. Some of the things on my vision board, I have achieved them, but not through my efforts. Like God used somebody or some other people to achieve it. For you, it's your job to just write it down, put it there, and then start doing the work. Maybe even before you complete your work, someone may swoop in and, help you to achieve. God may use them to achieve your dreams. So if you know that you want to be someone who takes care of your appearance, in your vision board will include start a skincare routine. Buy maybe skincare products or original products. Mask maybe twice a week, whichever. You see how these 2 points are connected? So now, you know who you want to become. You've written it down. It's time to put in the work. And there are no excuses. I always say, I call the women here top tier women. We are top tier women. For top tier women, there are no excuses. There's this dating show, I like watching reality series. There's this dating show that came out years ago. It's called Ready for Love. And then they hired a dating coach, Matthew Hussey, if you know Matthew. There were a few guys, I think there were like 3 guys, and the women were many competing for these guys. And then there's this girl, she started saying, I like this guy, but you know what? The other girls also like him. She was talking to Matthew Hussey. Matthew told her, you know what? You can either have the guy or you can have your excuses. Choose. And she said, I'll have the guy. I'll take the guy. So you can either have your excuses or you can have your dream life. You can either have that healthy body that you want or you can have your excuses. Choose. You can have your dream career or you can have your excuses. There's no excuses. It's time to put in the work. So that means that whatever it is that you needed to do, you do it. Don't start excuses. You know what? I don't have this. I'm not like that. I don't know what. Put in the work. If you need that job, apply for them. If you need to go and learn or enroll for an online course to improve your chances or like improve your CV, do it. No excuses. Put in the work. So every time you're tempted to have excuses, think to yourself. I always use that analogy, by the way. I keep remembering, I can either have whatever it is that I want or I can have my excuses. Which one do you prefer? In everything you do, especially something new that you're doing, you will have challenges. That is normal. But you need to put in mechanisms or strategies to help you overcome those challenges before they actually happen. There are some that, of course, you won't predict, but there are some you can predict. So, for example, one way of doing that is that having someone that you admire in a particular area. There's no one person who is going to be the perfect person that you want to be. That means you want to copy that person. You want to be that person. No. But there's something you admire or that person is great in a particular area that you also want to be great in. Look up to them. Let's use an example of working out. Let me say you want to go to the gym and you're just feeling lazy and you don't want to feel. You ask yourself if the person that you're admiring is Lydia KM. No, when she was doing those workouts, okay, I hope she recovers very, very soon. When she was doing those workouts, especially when she was doing the 5 a.m. club, she used to work out at 5 a.m. Ask yourself, is this something that Lydia KM will do? Lydia KM will get up and go to that gym, okay? So you are like, you know what? I am going to the gym. There are people that I follow in my journey of, always taking better care of myself and representing myself well, also externally. So sometimes I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like doing anything. Then I remember Mina Alfan. I followed Mina and Shira 7 for over 7 years. I think people discover them recently, but I've followed them for long. So for Mina always says, unless there's an earthquake, no matter what is going on, she will wake up, she will shower, she will put on her makeup, and she will dress well. Then she will attend to whatever fire is going on. There's no single day in the 7 years that I've watched this woman that she's come to the camera looking anyhow. No single day. So the days that I don't feel like, I'm like, would Mina do this? Would Mina be looking like this at 11 a.m.? I'm like, no. Get into the bathroom, shower, do that. So you can also have someone that you admire, not try to be like them, like fully just that one area. You get the point. Another thing you can do is anticipate, even the things that are going to trigger you, and then know, so that you know how to deal with them. Let me give an example. There's a time that I used to feel so triggered whenever people will talk about single moms and all the trash that people talk about single moms. I would feel so triggered. And those days I remember I never even used to go out. I never used to do anything. I would just be in the house. So whenever I would go online and I see all these single moms, they're doing this, they're doing what, I'm like, why? Me, I'm just in my house. I'm not even. I used to feel so triggered. I never engage in online wars. Me, I never reply to anyone. But I used to feel bad. I used to feel like I want to. But it got to a point where I don't know what happened. I just started accepting, like, oh, okay, the people who just don't like single moms. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to like everybody. So I'm just like, if you've not come to me directly to attack me directly, I'm just like, okay. So it has gotten to a point where if I see a conversation about all single moms, I know someone is going to say something insensitive. So I'm just like, I'm already prepared for it. So when it happens, I'm just like, okay, that's what you think. Okay, that's interesting. I'm able to step out. I don't know how to explain it. I'm able to step out of that and look at the scenario like an outsider, like, that's what you think. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay. So I don't engage in the same thing happened to now when I took content creation seriously, and sometimes I go online and I see all the trash people say about influencers, and I'm like, oh, it hit me. There are people who just don't like influencers. It's not that they've done anything to them or they've ever had a bad name. They just don't like influencers. The fact that they're influencers, they just don't like them. So before I used to be like, but why? What have we done? We're just living our passion. Then I got the message, and then I was just like, So whenever I see a conversation about all influencers or whatever, and I see them a lot, I'm just like, I see the way people talk, I never reply. I'm just like, wow, okay, that's what you think. Oh, nice. Moving on. So you can also anticipate things that are going to trigger you. You know very well that you have that uncle or auntie or cousin or whoever that always like talks trash about you or pushes you to the wall. When you're going to that family meeting, you know you're going to meet that uncle or auntie or cousin or whoever or sibling or even your parent. So you mentally prepare so that you don't allow them to push you and turn into a different person. If you're not the person if your dream person is not the person who engages in like, then you don't allow them to take you there, because you know they're going to trigger you. You anticipate it, and then you prepare my mind and then be like, you know what, that's just your opinion. I won't take it seriously. I won't take it personally, but anticipate it. I don't know if you get this point, but I know it works for me, so I know it can work for you also. So, another thing you need to do is expect resistance. Resistance from those around you. For those who are used to the previous version of you, of course they are going to be like, who is this new person? Let's say that you have people who always come to you, they borrow money from you, they never give it back, you never raise the issue or say anything. When they come and you've decided the new version of me is going to have boundaries, the new version of me is not going to take the money that I've planned for something else and give it to this person that I know is not going to return the money. When they come and they meet that new version, of course they want to be happy. Even you want to be happy, because you know they are benefiting from the old version of you. Now you're a new person. Now they're not going to benefit from you giving you that money that you've been giving them, that they've not been returning. So expect resistance. Don't expect that everyone will be like, oh my God, you want to be a better person. You want to be new you. Good job. We are here. No, they'll be like, this is not you, but you're normally not like this. You don't do this. When did you start doing this? Expect resistance. Don't take it personally when it happens. Just know you're the only person who has an idea of who you want to become. You're the only person who has that vision in your head. So every other person, they'll just have to adjust at some point. It may take time, but they will have to adjust. If they don't adjust, then naturally they'll just fall off, because they'll be like, okay, she's not my go-to person when I want to borrow money and I don't want to return. Okay, let me look for someone else. So when you expect resistance, you won't be shaken by it, and you won't revert back to your old person because you've gotten resistance, because you are expecting it. Get that? The last thing you need to do in that process of reinventing yourself is to review. After some time, sit down and review. Are you still on track? I want you to be someone who is ambitious, who goes after their dreams or whatever. Am I still doing that? And if I'm not, where am I slacking? How can I improve? And also another thing, do I still want to be that person? Because maybe at the end of the year, you're like, you know what? Me, I'm a go-getter woman. I want to apply. I want to work 3 jobs. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then at some point, you're like, you know what? Me, I want to be more chilled. I want to be more present. I want to be more relaxed in life. These are 2 different versions of yourself. So what you were doing before as you are in the hustle mode is differently from how you're going to be. Maybe this time you are waking up at 5 a.m., you are going to the gym, you are 6 a.m., so you are applying for which jobs, you've prepared, you've gone to work. By 8 a.m., you're doing another job. By lunchtime, you are logging to another job. But now maybe this other version of you is not going to wake up at 5 a.m. Maybe this other version is going to wake up at 7 a.m. It's going to do some meditation. It's going to do some yoga. It's going to just start the day in a relaxed mode. It's going to look for a hobby that will earn them money as opposed to a corporate job. You see, these are 2 different versions of you. So you need to ask yourself, do you still want to be that version that you thought you wanted to be? Maybe a few months ago. And if you still want to, are you still on track? And if you're not, what can you do to move you closer to that person? So again, guys, you can become whoever you want to be. Everybody else be damned. Okay? So if you want to be a better version of yourself, a newer version of yourself, start now by sitting down and coming up with a detailed image of that person, and then putting in that mechanisms, the vision boards, and how you're going to achieve these goals. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye bye.